Well, I heard those city singers singing about how they can love deeper than the oceans, higher than the stars above. Well, I come from the country and I know I ain't seen it all. But I heard that ocean's salty and the stars they sometimes fall. And that would not do justice to the way I feel for you. And so I had to sing a song about all the things I knew. My love is deeper than the holler, stronger than the river, higher than the pine trees growing tall up on the hill. My love is purer than the snowflakes that fall in late December, and honest as a robin on a springtime windowsill, and longer than the song of a whippoorwill. All right, I'll stop there. So just throw you all there. Yeah, I don't have a joke for you guys today, so I figured out that was the joke. So me singing a country song is probably the joke. So I think some of you guys know I love singing country songs, especially Randy Travis. Absolutely love Randy Travis. So if y'all don't know Randy Travis, look him up. But yeah, so happy Thursday, everybody. So we are Thursday. Look at my chart. 12/3. So December 3rd. So I hope you all are having a wonderful day so far. I've had a very, very blessed morning. That is absolutely the best I could say that. My morning started out so early. It started, obviously, actually, every morning starts so really early for me because, um, I get like periodic vitals checkups where they take my vitals, they take blood samples and all that on a regular basis. So it'll be like 4 o'clock, 6:30. The nurse, the nurse like tapped me, and then I'm like, hmm? Like she goes, "Oh, you just woke up with a smile, just perked up right away." I was like, I guess that's what I do. So, um, yeah. So she was surprised that I just got up with a smile like early in the morning, not, and I was just being as cooperative as I can for her as well, so that she can facilitate all my care. That she's doing for my benefit, so I make sure that I'm a good patient for her as well, a pleasant patient. So maybe that could be a new movie instead of English patient, the pleasant patient. Anyways, so yeah, so that was and then of course I opted to stay up, so that was 6:30. And she we talked about the smile. The nurse and I actually talked about smiling, and it's like, oh, it's just something that's automatic. I think, especially for my people, Cambodian people, we smile. And actually, someone wrote Miss Ann from Tacoma Refugee Choir wrote a very detailed letter to me talking about the Cambodian smile. And Cambodia has been known for the smile for a long time, but it was just nice to get another confirmation, like in detail about the Cambodian smile, how its resilience. It shows just the resilience and hearts of the Cambodians despite all the trials and tribulations that we've gone through. And I'm glad to be a part of that legacy, if you could say, to smile, despite the trials and tribulations that I'm going through right now. So I do, well, now it's pretty much automatic, as you guys know. It's I purposely, for a while there, I remember, I guess you could say I purposely smiled, to uh, to to kind of put out some good vibes out there. And then after a while, it just became natural. It just became part of my being, and just who I am. And now it's what I've known for. Uh, but it is nice to to be part of that legacy, and it shows that that people recognize what a smile does, right? And what it achieves, which is, just, and it makes other people feel good too. So make sure you guys smile often, right? So smile often, despite the situation. A reminder of my sis Allah, Miss Allah there, with her song that she absolutely loves to play for us and dance to, which is Smile and Be Happy. Smile and be happy. If you don't know, look that up too. I can't remember the artist's name, but just type up Smile and Be Happy. Or look up me and Allah's our videos that Allah and I do for APCC. I think there's a few demos of that song and how we dance to it. So, but yeah, look that it's as simple as that. Smile and be happy, and it, you will believe it, and other people will believe it, and it just creates just good energy. Um, yeah, and this morning the good energy just kept going. I had a beautiful interaction with another nurse, an older nurse, and I know she's Korean, so just by her name and and her accent, of course. So I work in Asia Pacific Cultural Center. You kind of to you learn some of the names and the accents, and kind of what culture they most likely, not always, but most likely belong to. So, but I had a really good interaction with her, again, trying to be a good patient. She was doing she was redressing my pick line because it was getting pretty worn out. So she was doing that. She did an amazing job, and even gave me a dressing on top of that. So fancy clothes on top of the dressing. So yeah, I felt all fancy. But yeah, and throughout the while she's working on me, we're kind of just making small conversation, and after she was done, she actually still continued to talk to me. It was it was almost majestic. I have to tell you, it was almost majestic. It's like having a grandma who absolutely just took care of you, and then she just bestowed wisdom. I mean, she just looked at me close eye to eye. We're both wearing masks, of course, and she just started bestowing wisdom upon me, whether it was about food or nutrition or caring for yourself or reflecting and being mindful of everything, believing in God, and following 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 God, and just being good. I mean, we had a it was a it felt like a long conversation, but it was actually it wasn't. It's probably only like 10 minutes, but it felt like an hour. Just because she was just saying so much wisdom that I just, yeah, I was just overwhelmed. And yeah, so it was an amazing interaction that I'm so grateful for, because the reality is she is a busy woman. There's more patients that need care as well. So, but for her to take the time to not only share her one, use her expertise on me, but then two, to share the knowledge that she has gained. And so that was amazing. And that's, again, just from simple smile that she couldn't see me smiling, but I smiled through the mask while conversating. So if you can't, I always make it a point, if folks can't see my smile, they can at least hear my smile, and I do that. I actually do that purposely too. Um, whether it's when someone comes in the room, I put my mask on to protect them. Oh, I have been cleared from COVID. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that COVID test was not fun, but I'm just glad to be cleared. But even then, I still wear the mask. Just out of habit, to protect them. Again, just feel like I'm protecting them from, and then they're wearing masks. I should do my part as well. Um, but yeah, so it never comes up. But I always give my best hello, so that they can hear my smile through my hellos. Same with the phone calls as well. They can, when you do a phone call, they can hear whether you're smiling or not, right? Uh, so so I always make it a point to do that as well. Um, Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just in a really good mood. Um, Physically, it is a little bit challenging. I broke out fever several times last night, so my bed was just drenched in sweat in the middle of the night. So I'm still kind of fighting fever because my body is pretty much ground zero, as my wife likes to say, because I don't have any white blood cells or anything like that, and they're still giving me blood transfusions, platelet transfusions, so that my body can function. But yeah, right now it's because of the fevers, I'm needing blood transfusions pretty regularly, so I do have to be very uh, cautious about how I move. So I haven't been able to exercise as much. Actually, I haven't been walking for about probably 4 days now. I think since Sunday, I haven't really stepped outside of my room yet, because if I fall or bump into something, it could be uh, devastating. Um, so I have to be very careful about that. So have to suppress my ADD nature, and be very careful. But yeah, so that's where I'm at physically, but but mentally and emotionally, I feel I feel loved. Um, it just I feel fueled. From I just feel fueled in my heart and in my mind from all the support I'm getting from my old friends, to new friends, to from all the groups, from all the Facebooks and messagings I get regularly. My Clacka family checks up on me regularly. The TRC family checks up on me regularly. Uh, my 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 Toa, Miss Kim Chu Hong, and her lovely family. They check on me, and yeah, they're just so just loving and supportive. So I'm very thankful for them as well. And it's I actually have to say, I got a cool letter from one of my students from the Clacka, Miss Molly there. She sent me a nice letter, and yeah, so it just reminds me, how we do good and we get good, right? So I believe in, just like Ma Kim, uh, Miss Kim, she says, like, you put one ban bon, right? She's a firm believer in that you do bon, you get bon. So you do good, you get good. So, and it's funny that bon is very similar to the French word bon, right, which is good. So it's actually really appropriate that Pho bon means do good, and then ban bon, receive good. So she always reminded, because she always reminds all our dance families and all the children, all her children, grandchildren. She always harps on that, and I'm also a firm believer in that as well, and I live it. Not just a believer, but I'm a liver of that. Yeah, a liver. I live it. so 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 if you take anything away from today, is just um, just continue to do good. That's all. And you can be good to yourself first, right? So that you can be good to others, and then the universe will then reciprocate and be good back to you. So that is it. And then the world will be a much better place. All right. Okay, so I can just stop rambling. This is a long ramble today. I'm pretty happy. So you get a long, no jokes, just a jokey singing. So um, I look forward to talking to you all again. I look forward to one day reuniting with you all physically, but for the time being, thank you for sharing your time with me and listening to me rant and air out whatever's in my heart out loud. So thank you so much. Okay, all right, everybody. So be safe, be healthy, be happy, and be good to each other. Okay, goodbye, everybody. Chum rip suo. Oh, Oh my god ជំរាបលា I can't believe I'm teaching kids how to speak Khmer and I can't even speak myself. Okay ជំរាបលាទាំងអស់គ្នាសុខសប្បាយ